Hello, Fuzzy Goat family. Happy Thanksgiving Day. Anyway, it's Tuesday here in Thomasville, Georgia. It's a chilly Tuesday, and I love it. And it was funny. Somebody just called from Alaska, and she was saying that it was cold there. I said, "Oh yeah, it's cold here." I said, "What? Not cold enough where we have to wear a jacket like this." I went like this outside, and I'm just wanting to make sure. Yeah, that's on. And I had a little scarf. It was just perfect. And had, long sleeve shirt, sweater, and a shirt. It was perfect. So even tonight, it's even going to be chillier. And today's Cadence's birthday. Say hello, Cadence. Happy birthday. Anyway, so I was just thinking it's cold out, and I'm like, oh, Cadence is going out to dinner tonight. I'm like, oh, but it'll be fun. It'll be nice. Yeah, we'll layer up, wear a scarf. We don't get to wear those much. So today I'm going to talk to you about these new footballs we have in, as well as my projects. I am wearing Forest Land. This was a colorwork class. I probably need to do another one, a class on colorwork. This was a colorwork class that we did. It is a Jennifer Steingast, I think is how you say her last name. She has some great colorwork sweaters. It's fairly simple. If you're interested in doing a colorwork sweater, one of your first ones or something, Jennifer Steingast. I will link this one up too. This was called Forest Land. So anyway, and I have made another one of hers. Actually, I made one for myself and my mom, and I'm just I can't remember the name of it. It was actually one of my first colorworks, but it had colorwork here and at the bottom. This is a DK weight. I think a lot of hers are DK weight, which is good because then they go a little faster. So, had a great weekend. Did a lot of knitting. So I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, this little hand's a little sore. Got to hang out with my kids a little bit, two of them. And so I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving wherever you are. I think a lot of you might have had a white Thanksgiving, which is kind of fun. Virginia, you made the Forest Land too. It's a good sweater. Yeah, it's a nice sweater. And there's so many different ways people like color work. There's so many different ways to carry your color work. I'm realizing I think I really like the ladderback jacquard. Yeah, I'm using it with my Christmas sweater, which I will show y'all. But it also it's clean. You get very rarely you get puckering, and you also don't get the show through. Sometimes, but there's a lot of different ways to carry. Anyway, okay. So what else I want to talk about? We had fun this weekend here in the shop with our Black Friday celebrations and seeing all the people come in, and it was just a lot of fun. So, all right, let's start with what I have here. This is sock yarn. You can use it for whatever, but it is sock. I think it does have, it's got nylon in it. And these are numbered. So they stripe, we only have pictures. I think online there's some pictures on what they do. Stripe and pattern. So a lot of fun for sock knitters. Again, these are numbers. This one here is 5. And this one here is upside down for me. There is 459 yards. This is number 1. I do want to do a little cheer, but I'm not going to. Number 1. Anyway, this is 16. Some black and grays in there. This one is 3. So yes, you get a pair of socks out of here. Hello, Harriet and Tiffany. Thank you for watching. Somebody else said, I think the sweater's in their queue. It's a fun one. It went pretty fast. This is 7. Pinks and yellows. This is a 6. And then this one I have to say this almost makes me want to knit some socks. Y'all know I don't do socks, but this is 8. Look at that, how festive and fun, sparkly. But again, that is, what did I say, 6? Actually, I think it's 8. Did I say 8? This is 8. I've been wearing my reading glasses, so now when I take them off, I really can't see. Anyhow, so check those out on our website, fuzzygoatyarns.com. It is Beza sock. I think Earth used to own them, is what I understand. Anyhow, so check those out. All right, let's talk about my projects. So I worked a lot on 2 sweaters. My cardigan, actually 3 sweaters. My cardigan, my ranunculus and then the Christmas sweater. So then yesterday I didn't work on any of those, so I could work a little bit on my other projects. So I got a little bit done on everything. So let's start with my Christmas sweater. It was I was just very excited to get a sleeve done. Very, very excited. And somebody on my last live, and hopefully she's watching, I can't remember who it was talking about this sweater. And she said something about, I see you were budding your color work. And I thought, I don't even know what budding means. Like, I was going to Google it. I really thought she meant there was a way I was doing my color work. And then she responded, and I realized, oh gosh, this does smell good. She said cutting my color work. Yes, now that I know what she was saying. I don't even know. I probably will weave some of these in. I'm not sure. I did cut it because you could probably carry it. I think I cut it between here. Like, I'm sorry, can y'all see? Because I didn't want to carry it. And I also had gotten burned once before, although in this situation it wasn't going to happen, but where I carried yarn when I was doing color work, I carried it up, and then in the end I ran short of that color work, that yarn, because I carried it. So sometimes you can carry it and it's not a big deal, but you kind of have to know, right? So I have tried this on. It fits very well. I'm happy with that. I did do the Elizabeth Zimmerman bind off down here. I don't know if I talked about this last week. I don't feel like it's very stretchy. So I don't know. You may want to do something else on the bind off, a regular bind off, or even the Jenny's. That's the one I usually use. And I don't know if I told you I did go down on needle size for the trees down here. So there we go on that. Then I did finish a sleeve. Okay, so my intent was to maybe do the sleeves like this. But when I started trying on, they don't have you do decreases on the sleeve hardly at all. And then I thought, well, you can almost see. I did a little decrease. Once I realized there were no more decreases until after you finished the Christmas trees, I decided I wanted to decrease. I think it was 8 stitches. I think you wanted 88. I went down to 80, but it had to be, and so it took out almost, yeah, that's what it was. It took out a whole Christmas tree. I think the repeats on the Christmas tree are 8 or 10, whatever. So I took out a Christmas tree essentially, and I did alternate the lights there too, and I did do the ladder back jacquard. Thank you, Tiffany. I know I'm really, really, like, I'm so proud of this sweater. I'm actually talking to other people about it that don't knit. I did do the ladder back jacquard, and that's how you can see it right there, with both the green and the Christmas lights. So then when I got the Christmas trees done and I tried it on, I actually have more ribbing than what they said. I think it's going to be okay. I probably would have gone a little further before I started my Christmas trees, but it's fine. I think the sleeves actually are kind of long. Not long, but probably about right here. So I have picked up for the other one, and yeah, hopefully I really want to get it done. My plan is once I get it done, I probably will just kind of dunk it and hopefully have it just relax a little bit and wear it. I might wear it every day. You might see me every other Tuesday in December wearing this sweater. So anyway, it was fun. And so now I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to pick another one, Christmas sweater for next year. Like, maybe I'm onto something here, kind of fun. All right, so yes, it is, the pattern is Christmas Influx. And I think we do have a couple more kits, and our kits are called Holiday Lights. It is the fingering version. Super fun, super fun. All right, so that's the Christmas tree one. The other one that I picked up, and I did a little bit last night. Then I realized I was getting tired. Somebody was asking, "Were you asking what sweater I'm wearing?" I just went up and I went really quick. Oh, the ribbing on the sleeve. Yes. What did you say? Can you turn up ribbing on the sleeve? Let's see. Hold on. Let me show you. The sweater that I'm wearing, in case that was what somebody asked, is Forest Land. It's a DK weight yarn, Forest Land. Here, let me show you the ribbing. Is that what you wanted? And I'll also flip it over. Oh, somebody from Australia. Hello, Janet. Thank you for watching. I don't know if you wanted to see the color work inside. I don't know. Anyway, so I hope I showed you what you wanted to see there. Hello, Deborah. All right. So I did work on my Stromboli a little bit, but I realized then I was tired. So I couldn't do anymore. But I did work on it. I almost got a full repeat done. This is really, I know it's kind of intimidating looking at it like, oh my gosh, all that lace. It really isn't that bad. The cable, don't even need a cable needle. So if you like this and can read charts, this is really not that bad at all. So I do have a ways to go, I understand. But my focus in the next week is not going to be on this one, but I do hope to work on it a little bit. Oh, Amy, the Christmas, you're thinking you were going to make that? Hey, there's always next year. Always next year. It is a fun pattern. This is my Stromboli. Again, that's a fingering. Actually, I think it might even called for a lightweight fingering. So yes, I'm going to work on that one. I do like that a lot. Of course, I love the copper corgis, Rosabilly too. So the other one I did quite a bit on, actually. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm using the cocoon on this, which I just love, and cadences as well. The cocoon yarn. So I did finish the body. This is very squishy and soft and airy. You know what I mean? It's not like heavy. It smells good. So I did finish the body, did my ribbing down here. I think this is going to be a good length. Thank you, Judy, commenting on my sweaters. Thank you. So yes, I have picked up a sleeve, done a little bit of the sleeve. So now I got sleeves. I got sleeves everywhere. This one I would love to, I don't know if this one's not one that I intend to have done before Christmas, but I think it's going to be a fun one. Maybe Valentine's Day. Maybe that's a good goal. Amy, maybe you should start now and you can have it ready by next year. Like, I think that's not a bad thing. Start now so you can have your Christmas sweater done by next year. Yes, I love that color. That is cocoon. Let me go back to it again. Uncommon threads. And I think it's mostly silk or 50-50. What is it here? Yes, 70% silk and 30% extra fine merino. It's got, what's the yardage? 220 yards. What else was I going to tell you about it? I think that's it. And the pattern is Evendoon Cardigan. Love it. Oh, I know what else I was going to say about it. It is labeled or marked as a fingering. I'm actually using it in this cardigan as a DK. So, yeah, I love when you open up a bag and you can smell your little bombs. And now I actually now just have them all lined up right here next to me when I'm knitting and just alternate. Okay, so let's go to my Ranunculuses. So this one is very close to having the body done. All right, so here's my body. I did do, I believe, 9 inches from the underarm before I started the ribbing. So I started the ribbing, and I probably have, I think it's 3 inches or 3 1/4 inches they want you to do for the ribbing. So I'll probably finish that up. It is a knit through the back. I forget what they call that, ribbing. So, and then I'll do the sleeves. And my issue, well, not the issue, but when I get to the sleeves, I will need to weigh my yarn. I don't think I'm going to make it long sleeve, but I'll probably make it a little bit. If I can get a couple inches on the sleeve, I think I'll be happy. And then I don't know if I'll do a ribbing. Kind of thinking I might do an I-cord. I really like the I-cord bind off on the sleeve. I think that's what she has you do on the long sleeve. But some people have done ribbing as well, which worked out great. And I've tried it on, and I'm happy with, because I didn't do the short rows in the front. So happy with that. And I still have, you can see the short rows. For those of you that are not sure what short rows do, can you see there's like a little wedge? Hold on, let me get it in the middle so you can really see it. Maybe you can't, but yeah, there's like a wedge between here and here. It's wider in the middle, and it kind of comes down like that. And it allows the sweater just to sit a little nicer on you. And in this pattern, they do have it in the front, but I chose not to do it on this one. So this is my other Christmas sweater that needs to get done this week. This will be done this week. Then I did work on the one for my friend a little bit. I think I have 2 more rows back. 2 more rows until I separate the sleeves. I have never done this before, having 2 of the same patterns going at the same time. It's kind of fun. Like it's, yeah, I just can't get tired of the ranunculus. A lot of times when I see mostly like furry yarns or mohair type stuff and a lace, like I think, oh, that would be a great ranunculus because you don't need as many yards. Oftentimes, if you're going to use those 2 together for like a real sweater, not that the ranunculus isn't, like a regular sweater, you'll need like 1,000 yards of each yarn. But with the ranunculus, you don't need that many. So that's what makes it so awesome. So yeah, so I'm almost ready to separate the sleeves on this one. All right, I'm using the Mitchell wool on this. It's lovely. DK, it is non-superwash. And I'm curious, I'm sure I've used non-superwash before, but when I block this, it's pretty squishy. I'm just curious when I block it if it like softens up even more. So yeah, ranunculus. We had some people in the shop today that bought Alicia's lace, and I forget now, she has several different silk bases, so I can't remember which one it was, but they were going to hold it double, and they were going to do ranunculus, which I thought would be kind of cool for the summer. All right, what else? Oh yeah, so I picked up this one. This one is not, oh, my sister got her scarf. She was really excited. I don't think she got to wear it on Thanksgiving Day, but she did get to wear it over the weekend. She was really excited about it. She liked the length of it. So I'm glad that I stayed the course and kept going, because nothing worse than making a scarf and having it too short and like kind of like a sweater, I guess. But here we go. So this is Seeking Solace. This is so fun. It's like there is, like I said, a little bit of a cable here. You don't even need a cable needle, that's kind of always nice. And then this, I think I meant to look at the pattern. I think I need to get to 20. This part of the pattern needs to be 20 inches. I think I might be 11. So, and it takes like 30 minutes, and I can do 2 of the repeats. So I know that if I just allowed myself to work on it for a little more than that, I'd see progress. But I'm not in a hurry. So that is just fine. Seeking Solace, DK yarn. I think you could use contrast colors. I'm using a self-striping and a solid. And like I have mentioned before, you could flip-flop. If you buy 2 skeins, it's enough that you can flip-flop the order of the pattern and have 2 of them. My husband's questioning summer. Summer. Yes. Some people are knitting for summer. All right. Okay. This one. Nope, this one. So this one is also class that we're starting in January. So I'm not like this one. I do like to work on it. It's fun to work on it. Cadence, this is what Cadence is using her cocoon with. And I think the pattern is just interesting enough. You don't get bored, but you can also move pretty quickly in it. I think that's with the Stromboli. You have to really not really watch the pattern, but you're going from knit, purl, and so it doesn't go as fast. So that's what I like about this one, because it's really just knit, 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 knit. And then you have this little pattern for the raglan, which is really cool. And every other row right now, you are doing an increase with a yarn over. So it's simple. I think I have quite a ways to go. I was keeping track. Well, it doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, I think I have like 20 more repeats of those 2 rows to go. So basically, I'm working until I get to separate the sleeves. So, but it's fun. It's a fingering. And I do like this yarn. I had some in my stash, 29 bridges. So it's not usually a color I wear. I think it's going to be really pretty. And I do like the shininess of it, right? It's got a little nylon in there, I think. Makes it a little shiny. So the sweater that I'm wearing is Forest Land. I think I've mentioned that, but it's DK. My husband was asking about that. All right, so that's that one. I have 2 more. So these 2 were super fun. Okay, so this is the one. This is another baby, Thea Coleman. That one was Thea Coleman. I have 2 Thea Coleman projects going on right now, which is BabyCocktails. I love her pattern. She typically, That's unusual. I find that she typically does like a DK or worsted or even an Aran weight. She lives somewhere where it's really cold, like Alaska. Not like Alaska, but like it's cold in Alaska. So I let me see. This is the I can't I can't remember what's the name of it. Dolcetto crew neck. Let me show you a picture. Is it all going to come out? Yeah. So we're starting this class the 14th. It's a worsted weight, so it goes really quickly. The issue I had with this is that you start bottom up and you cast on 200, for my size, 254 stitches using the cable cast on. I must have done the cable cast on, thought I was done. I thought I had more, I don't know. I'd used markers and everything. When I went through, I think, what do you do here? No ribbing. Anyway, I was starting to do chart work and I realized I had like a lot of extra stitches. I thought it was just a couple, but I literally must have had like 25 extra stitches. So guess what? We pulled that out. We started again. And when I got to the chart again, I looked like my work was twisted, right? Because then you 254 stitches, and then you got to make sure you knit in the round that you don't twist them. Well, mine appeared to be twisted, but I couldn't remember because I couldn't figure it out because none of my like the ribbing would be backwards. Yes, Virginia, it is very interesting and kind of addicting once you get into once you start seeing your cables come out. And it's just the 4 times that you need to worry about the cable. Otherwise, you're just following, like it's a 1x1 rib. There's another cable, and then it's a 2x2 rib. So it really goes really fast. So when I realized that it was twisted, I almost threw it across the room. Almost had a little tantrum. I was getting very frustrated. And then I went, wait a minute. I think I wasn't that far. I'm like, maybe I can just figure this out. Maybe I can tink back, or I don't know. So I got to the beginning of the round, and I went, wait a minute. And what had happened is my ball of yarn had gotten in it and turned it. So I didn't have to pull it out. And I was like, woohoo. Anyway, so I'm really having fun with the cable. I'm thinking you guys can see it, right? I haven't gotten that far. So I have to get to row, I think 13 or 14. And then I think I'm on 8. And that's what she is calling the ribbing. But you actually are doing the cable and the ribbing. And then I will be going to the body. And likely making this a little bit longer too. I know, it looks really cute, short, but I think I would get more use out of it if it was just a little bit longer. So, and I do love the way she did the sleeve shaping there. It is, kind of like a cap sleeve. So, anyhow, so very interesting. And once you get your marker set up the way you like them, it really is not. And I think the cast on is going to be the biggest challenge for most. So, yes, this actually starts this weekend. No, at the 14th is when my class starts. So anyway, I think I have, for the size I'm making, I'm using, I think I got 6 skeins because I wasn't sure, making it longer, if that was going to affect it. But depending on your size, it takes probably 5 or 6 skeins of a worsted weight. So that is fun. And then the last project I want to talk to you about is the one for my nephew. And this is also, I'm also using Knitwise with this one. Let's make sure I get the right. Excuse me. Oh yeah, this was fun. Okay. Is that the right side? Yeah, that's the right side. Okay, so I am using worsted weight, Knitwise, Almondine. All of a sudden, this is like one of my favorite colors now. Isn't that a great color? So yes, this is for my nephew, and it's also bottom up. It's a vest. It's called the Little Man Vest, and from what I understand, he's quite the little man. But they have you do this little braid, I think they call it. What did I? And I couldn't pronounce it. Maybe it's I'm not going to look for it, but it was called I've never seen it before. But you do that to separate, you see it right there, all the way around. It was kind of cool. It took some time because you literally, you did one stitch, you did an increase, you slid it over to the left needle, you worked second stitch and the first stitch together. So it kind of made a little twist, and then you slide that stitch over. So you're working every stitch twice, basically. So it did take some time. Luckily, it's just a little man vest. But I have started somewhat of the chart. Keep looking at this. I'm doing it backwards. A lot of his vest is pearl. Let's see if I can figure out where the you can't really see where the cables are. I mean, literally just started the cables right here, right there. So that was super fun. Super fun. So that should go pretty quickly too. And I think that's it. I'm still contemplating making those woodland loafers for little man's dad. I think that would be really funny. So I might do that. I'm going to see how these ones that I need to get done, the Christmas ones for myself, and see how I do with those. If I can get those done in the next week or so, I might actually consider doing the woodland. I think I posted those last week. They're so cute. There's actually a boot version too. I might have to look at those. Anyway, I'm trying to think. Is there anything else I want to talk to you about? I think that is it. I hope you all have a great week. I look forward to hopefully. It looks like a Latvian, but it was called something else. Let me look. I'm going to tell you what it was called. Because that's the one, I have heard of that one before. Hang on tight. Hang on tight. Little man vest here. Here it is. Okay. They call it Vikkel. Vickel. A Vickel braid. Vikkel. A Vickel braid. So that's on the little man vest. And how fun to call it a little man vest. Anyway, okay. I hope y'all have a great week. And happy knitting. Let us know how we can help you guys. Show you yarns or send you pictures, anything like that. All right. You guys take care, and we'll catch up next week. Bye.